Listen, people often overlook what they don't understand. When you were struggling, when things weren't working out, when life didn't seem to make sense, people formed their opinions based on your current situation. They didn't see your potential, your vision, or the strength that was quietly building inside you, and because of that, they underestimated you. But here's the truth: people don't recognize greatness when it's still in progress. They only respect it once it becomes visible, once it becomes undeniable. And by then, it's already too late, because real greatness doesn't announce itself. It grows silently behind the scenes in the moments when no one is watching. When you were putting in the effort alone, when you were trying to figure things out without guidance, when you were pushing yourself without any validation, that's where your real transformation began. That silence wasn't emptiness. That silence was preparation. That silence was you becoming stronger, sharper, and more focused. And while others were busy judging your current situation, you were building your future. While they were talking, you were working. While they were doubting, you were growing. And that is the difference between average and unstoppable. Because greatness doesn't need attention. It needs consistency. It needs patience. It needs discipline. And when those three things come together, something powerful happens. Your results start speaking louder than any words ever could. So don't worry about being overlooked right now. Don't rush to prove anything. Let them underestimate you. Let them ignore you, because one day your success will force them to look again. And when they do, they won't recognize the person you've become. When you were alone, when no one stood by you, when support felt missing, that was not the end of your story. That was the beginning of your transformation. Most people think loneliness is a weakness, but in reality, it's one of the most powerful stages of growth. Because when no one is there to hold you accountable, you learn to become your own motivation. When no one is there to guide you, you learn to trust your instincts. And when no one is there to comfort you, you learn emotional strength. That's where real character is built. Every rejection you faced wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to redirect you. Every no you heard wasn't rejection. It was protection. Every failure wasn't failure. It was feedback. And slowly, without even realizing it, you were evolving into someone stronger, more aware, and more resilient. You weren't falling apart. You were being rebuilt. The process wasn't easy. There were moments when you doubted yourself, when you questioned your worth, when you felt like giving up. But you didn't, and that decision, to keep going even when it was hard, is what separates you from those who quit. Because the truth is, strength is not built in comfort. It is built in discomfort. It is built in those quiet nights when you choose to keep going despite everything. It is built in the moments when no one claps for you, but you still show up. So don't regret the struggles. Don't wish things were easier, because every struggle you went through was shaping you into someone stronger than you were before. You didn't just survive your pain, you grew through it. Now listen carefully. The same people who once ignored you are now starting to notice you. The same voices that doubted you are now watching your progress. And the reason for that is simple: consistency. Consistency is powerful. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it doesn't seek attention, but over time it creates results that cannot be ignored. Because while others were inconsistent, distracted, or giving up too soon, you stayed committed. You showed up even when you didn't feel like it. You worked even when you weren't motivated. You kept going even when progress was slow. And that's what most people don't understand. Success is not about doing something once. It's about doing it again and again until it compounds into something undeniable. People often talk about talent, luck, or opportunities. But the truth is, consistency beats all of them. Talent without consistency fades. Luck without consistency disappears. But consistency paired with effort creates unstoppable momentum. And now people can see it. They see your growth. They see your progress. They see the change in your energy, your mindset, your results. And suddenly, the same people who doubted you are paying attention. But remember this: you didn't do it for them. You did it for yourself. You stayed consistent when no one was watching. And now, the results are doing the talking. because consistency doesn't stay silent forever. It eventually makes noise so loud that it cannot be ignored. So keep going, keep showing up, keep building, because what you're doing right now is creating a version of you that people will not only notice but respect. Let's get one thing clear. Your goal was never to prove people wrong. If your motivation is based on proving others wrong, then your success is still dependent on them. And that's not real power. True strength comes when you shift your focus from them to you. Being unstoppable is not about revenge. It's not about showing people what they missed out on. It's not about making others regret their opinion of you. Because the moment you make it about them, you give them control over your journey. Instead, this is about self-respect. It's about deciding that your time, your energy, and your potential are too valuable to be wasted on validation. It's about understanding that your worth is not determined by someone else's opinion. It's determined by how you treat yourself, how you push yourself, and how committed you are to your own growth. When you choose discipline over distraction, that's self-respect. When you choose growth over comfort, that's self-respect. When you choose to keep going even when it's hard, that's self-respect. And that is what makes someone unstoppable. Because an unstoppable person doesn't wait for approval. They don't wait for applause. They don't need validation to keep moving forward. They are driven by something deeper purpose. So stop trying to prove something to people who didn't believe in you. They were never your competition. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. And when you start respecting yourself at that level, something powerful happens. You become unstoppable, not because of them, but because of you.